Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back to some more LEGO Marvel Superheroes. This one is going to be for Doctor in the House free play, which is the 9th level, so we are almost 2/3 of the way through this free play. We are chugging along, but in this one, we are going to be getting the 10 Minikits and the Stan Lee in Peril, as always, with these free play levels. You will notice 100,000 studs for True Believer. At this point, I don't even feel like I need to say it, but you should have some multipliers by now. I think we have a 480 times multiplier. If you don't have the 480 times, I'm sure you've got at least a couple, maybe even just the 2 and the 4, but at least the 2 should be enough to get the True Believer. But, you know, everything else is gravy, of course. But anyways, also Magneto is required for this level, so if you don't already have him, purchase him for 150,000 studs from your character grid. But we're 9 levels in, and if you've been following along, you should have Magneto at this point. And if you don't, well, I don't know how you would have completed many of the levels before this one. But anyways, this first Minikit, it's important to note, you can see it here, we're flying through it there. So, basically, it's towards the end of that falling section in the level, and it's in the middle of one of those rings. So basically, the biggest piece of advice I can give you is just fly through the rings. Now, we were using Iron Man, who's like a normal sized character. It's probably a bit easier to get it with a big fig like the Thing or the Hulk, but I tried it out, and honestly, it just completely blocks your view of the screen, so it's very difficult to see. So we just stuck with Iron Man, but just keep trying at it. The good thing is it's right at the beginning of the level, so if you miss the Minikit, just exit out and then come back in and give it another go. Because unfortunately with this game, you can't actually select checkpoints in the level, which you can do in some more recent LEGO games, which is always nice. But so the good thing is about this level specifically is that it is at the beginning of the level, so not being able to select specific areas doesn't affect us too much here. But anyways, I did fall a little bit behind there, but you notice we melted 2 gold statues. One was kind of right down the beginning where we started in the corner. We had to melt some ice first, and then the second one was up top. We had to fly up onto that little corridor there, and that was where the second gold statue is. Now there are 5 of those we have to melt, and once we melt all 5, we will get the 4th Minikit, I believe is the Minikit we're working towards with that one. So yeah, I know we only just grabbed the first Minikit and we're already working towards Minikit 4, like where's Minikits 2 and 3? Well, basically, by the time we get the 5th statue, and that gets us the 4th Minikit, we already grab Minikits 2 and 3 before that point. So we label it as Minikit 4 because it's literally the 4th Minikit we grab. So anyways, we've completed a bit of story here, and again, I do have all the story stuff kind of sped up a bit more because we've already done a story walkthrough for all these levels. But anyways, after we deactivated the satellite there and all that electricity is gone, we can fly up top there, and you might have noticed a little blue piece on that tank there, so use Magneto to break it, and that'll break open the tank, revealing the 2nd Minikit. And then over there in the front of the area was the 3rd gold statue, so melt that. Then we're going to fly up to this portion of the level, so we can skip a bit of story there, and up there on that more open area in the back left side is going to be the 4th gold statue, so we'll melt that. You can use Iron Man, Human Torch, Galactus. I think that's everybody with the laser ability. That's everybody I know of, at least, that we have. Obviously, there's plenty of other characters in this game with the laser ability. I mean, that's one of the abilities I'd be willing to bet a lot of characters have, because it's just a pretty basic superpower that I'm sure a lot of characters have in this game. But either way, whoever you've got, feel free to use them. If there's someone that you really like in this game that has the laser ability that you've been using a ton, feel free to let us know down below in the comments. But anyways, we're going to fly up top here to this little ledge here, and in the back you'll notice a big sheet of ice. So go ahead and melt the kind of first, like the top layer of ice, and then we can't seem to melt the rest of the ice, but luckily for us, it turns out there is a Doombot inside of the ice wall, so we can actually use Jean Grey or Loki would work as well to mind control the unsuspecting Doombot inside there and snag the 3rd Minikit. Then you'll notice the 4th gold statue there, but it's a little bit tricky to see because this massive cracked wall is here, and I thought I could just smash it from this side, but apparently I can't. So I'm like, I was trying to just like be cool about it and smash that cracked wall from the backside, but unfortunately I couldn't. I had to, so like I was already committing to breaking it, so I was like, oh okay, we'll just jump over it, even though I looked a little silly doing it. But we jumped back over and then we smashed the cracked wall. Just that way it would just give you a better view of the gold statue so the wall isn't blocking half of it. But melt that final gold statue, and that'll get you the 4th Minikit. So we're now making some decent progress. All those gold statues are now adding up, which is awesome, because the accumulative collectibles are always a bit tedious, because it kind of messes up our numbers just a little bit. But I think we do it in a smooth enough way. But anyways, here we go. This area has a lot of collectibles back to back, so get your seatbelt buckled and ready to go for this next bit with all these collectibles in a row. So as soon as we get into this new area, we're actually going to fly directly up, and you'll notice a silver panel. So blow that up with Iron Man's rockets, and then that's going to lower a flag. And then there's going to be 2 more in the very back side of the area along the wall of that castle there. So blow up those 2, that'll lower 2 more flags, and that'll be 3 of 3, getting you the 5th Minikit. Then over here on the high right ledge of the area, which is actually coincidentally a bit lower than where we were, but it's the highest bit on the right that you can land on. And you'll notice a silver panel, so blow it up, and then charge up this electric generator with Thor. Doctor Doom or Storm would work as well. Then that'll reveal the 6th Minikit. It will take a minute, but once the studs stop coming out of the generator, that will cause the Minikit to appear. Then over here on the left side, you'll notice a sense point, so use anybody with a sensibility. We use Venom this time to switch it up, mainly because he was in our toggle. Then that'll reveal some double grapple plugs, which luckily enough, Venom can pull on those as well, because he's pretty much just like Spider-Man with some added abilities, so he's a better version of Spider-Man. But anyways, then once you pull the double grapple plugs, head inside that area, and you have to blow up the silver little piece on the wall, and then melt the gold box inside the wall. That'll get you the 8th Minikit. Sorry, the 7th Minikit. Then the 8th Minikit was just down below there. You saw we had to melt that gold statue, so that one was a bit easier. Rather than melting 5 gold statues, we just had to melt 1. That got us the 8th Minikit. Then the 9th Minikit over here on the left side of the area. Go ahead and use Beast or Wolverine to dig up these parts, which will build into what ends up being a makeshift trampoline, and then we'll bounce from it to reach Minikit 9 up top. So I told you there's a lot of collectibles in a row here. Now this one's a little bit longer and a little bit slower. But Minikit 10, so this is the last Minikit, but obviously there is the Stanley and Peril as well that we got to get, so we're not done after this. But there are 5 totems around the area, and so, okay, there's 5 ice blocks around the area. We have to melt all 5 of them and build up the 5 totems from the pieces that are revealed from the ice block. So the first one was right next to that trampoline. Then the second one is kind of there along the back middle side. Then over here on the kind of higher right side, up the stairs, there is the 3rd ice block, so I'll melt that, build up the totem. That's going to be 3 of 5. Then we're going to actually just fly right above us, 4 out of 5. Here next to the electric generator. We'll blow up some other stuff, get some more studs. Not that we really need them, but we're still working towards that billionaire achievement, so, you know, I'm not going to complain about getting some more studs. But we'll build up this 4th totem, and then the 5th totem, you might have noticed it when we actually entered the area, but we're going to return to the beginning of this area where the 5th and final ice block is. If you wanted to melt this before, that is fine. We just don't like to break up collectibles unless it's just a lot easier to do it, or if we literally have to. Because sometimes, like accumulative collectibles, sometimes some of the stuff is in one area of the level and others is in like another area. But anyways, that one was pretty easy to just fly kind of right back to the beginning of the area where we can build up that last totem, and that'll get us our 10th Minikit. So now we're all done with the Minikits, but as promised, we do also have the Stan Lee. So we're going to fly over here to the middle right side of the area where you will notice a cannon. Now this was a very tricky Stan Lee, and I actually made it look a little bit easier than it actually was, or than it actually kind of might be for you. But anyways, use that sense point to sense a grapple plug. We'll pull on it, and that'll actually cause the cannon there to stick up, and you'll notice a little gold panel on it. Now it's very tricky to see the gold panel, and it's very small on the cannon. So just aim your laser in the right angle to hit that gold panel. It may take you a couple tries to get it. We got it pretty easily. We made it look very simple. It's a little bit more tricky than we made it seem, I must say, but just keep playing around with it. I promise you it is a gold panel that you have to melt. I mean, we literally showed you it is, but once you've melted it, that will cause the cannon to shoot Stanley all the way over to the back of the area, which will free him from peril. So that's going to be it for all the Minikits and the Stan Lee and Peril. Now we just have to finish out this level. So we have to get access into this elevator here, and that's obviously going to take us up to the boss battle, which is against Green Goblin, which we obviously have all of this sped up because, you know, we've already done the story walkthrough and nobody wants to see this all again in a more slower speed. Well, not slower than regular speed, but still slower than what we've got it here. Because, to be honest, it's just, we've already done the story video, so, you know, we don't need to do this all again. You should know how to do it, and, you know, there's also the other, there is also the other thing that you can literally save and exit at a level if you're done. So, you know, if you're just here, you know, strictly for some of the collectibles, you can feel free to just save and exit. You don't have to finish out the video, you don't have to finish out the level or the video. You can feel free to get to your next video, you can pause and hit save and exit out of the level. Again, it is important that you hit save and exit. Please, please, I warn you, do not press exit level, because if you press exit level, you will exit the level without saving any of your progress. So all the Minikits that you got, you could literally get all 10 Minikits and the Stan Lee and Peril, but if you hit exit level, all that progress will go away and you have to redo all of it, which would just be the absolute worst. Luckily, we just finished out the level, so we don't have to worry about accidentally hitting exit level. That's not the main reason we finish out the level. We really have just been finishing out the levels because, you know, we just want to show you how to get through the level as well a little bit. But obviously the story walkthroughs focus on that mostly. And to be honest, I'm kind of thinking maybe for some of our future series, we might just remove the free play if there's just a big chunk of story at the end of the video. So yeah, like if there's just like 4 or 5 minutes of free play at the end of a level, once after we've got all the collectibles, we might just edit all that out and just go straight to the totals. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, we've been doing it this way for the whole series here, so we'll probably just stick with that for the rest of the series. I mean, there's only 6 more free plays left, and then there is also plus the Deadpool missions. That's true, we've still got 6 of those, so plenty more to do here in this game. So a lot of work to get done, that is for sure. But you can see here we are now done the level, and we did get the True Believer. We got a ton more studs added to the pile as well. We're almost at 700 million, which means we're only about 300 million away from the billionaire achievement, which is nice. And then we obviously did rack up all 10 Minikits, built up the comic, which again the game is still not showing us. I don't know why. It's just a weird glitch that's been happening for all our levels where it's just not showing us here. But you can see Stan Lee and Peril. And we got 2 more gold bricks added to the part, which is going to take our total to 64. So we're not doing too shabby. But yeah, folks, that's going to wrap it up for this one. That was level number 9, Doctor in the House. That was free play, so we got through all the collectibles, and yeah, got the Minikits to Stan Lee. Had a good time. And hey, this was a pretty short one compared to some of the more recent ones. But yeah, folks, if you found this one helpful or enjoyed it, a like would certainly be appreciated. Also, feel free to subscribe and comment anything you might have, any questions, anything like that. But until the next one, I will see all of you later. See everybody. Bye.